Arcade Perfect by Arse. Right, okay guys, welcome to another Arcade Perfect my Arse, and this week we're taking a look at a sequel to probably the granddaddy of video games, Space Invaders, and this is Super Space Invaders. Not a game I've played very often, I have to say, but anyway, let's give it a go. As you can see there, released by Taito in 1990, so let's put a couple of credits in and kick off. Right away, you can probably hear it's got the same firing sound, which is nice. You know, they've kept the sound effects, which is always nice for sort of that authentic feel. Same with the UFO, that's exactly the same as well. Now, the original Space Invaders was obviously the guys move from left to right, and they would come down the screen, and when they eventually get to the bottom, they would invade you, and that was the end of it. This one's got power-ups, obviously a lot more colourful. The original was just black and white. It's interesting that a company would release a sequel for, you know, what the hell is that? I've got no idea what that is. Ah, right, it's basically stopping them moving. Right, okay, nice. Yeah, because things had moved on a lot from when Space Invaders first came about, but obviously they felt that there was mileage in the franchise. Quite say it's a nice little change. What's this going to give me? Yeah, there's a bit of variety in it. Some nice weapons. Obviously the way you destroy them as well changes. These little guys blow up. Ah, balls. Oh crap. Is that game over? No, it's not game over. What the hell's going on here? Alright, we appear to have transferred it in a completely different video game. Interesting. Rather surprisingly, there was never ever an official version of Space Invaders released for the home console, for the home computer market. I don't know why that was. Balls. Game over. Yeah, that's a nice little. It's completely different from the original Space Invaders. A lot more variety. Quite a nice game. So anyway, yeah, that's the arcade. Let's take a look at some home versions. Right, okay, this is the AMSTRAD one. How do we start? Come on, how do we start? Right, controls is going to be joystick 1, and player 2 controls can be that. Right, let's go, hopefully. Press fire to begin. Ah, it's actually multi-load. Who would have thought that Space Invaders would be multi-load? Right, now, right away, I am struggling to really see the bullets that the baddies are dropping, because I've got this, obviously, background, which just makes it really, really difficult to see. The second thing I'm not overly keen on this is the graphics are not moving very smooth. They're almost moving like character blocks. Now that is unacceptable, I would say, for, you know, a game that came out this late on. I don't know when it was actually released. Well, considering an arcade game didn't come out until, was it 1990, I think it was? This must have obviously come out after that. Yeah, this is just far too cluttered looking. And it's also very, very slow. I was actually quite optimistic when I saw the title screen. I thought, oh nice, it's not going to be a straightforward Spectrum port. Yeah, the movement is just not good at all. I would not be happy with this if I'd spent money in this. Now, even if they'd just gone for a basic background, but then I suppose it wouldn't really be Super Space Invaders. It's just the bullets merge into the background, and this is the fact that the movement is not smooth. Right, I think we'll try and get to the end of this level, and then I think we'll just move on. Now, a game that requires accuracy like this, you can't have it jerky the way it is. Now, what I've done here is I've tried to kind of stick with the aspect ratio, so you've got this big massive score at the side of the screen. You know, they've only used sort of, I don't know, just over half the screen. But yeah, not impressed with that at all. That is the AMSTRAD one. Right, this is a Commodore 64 one. Please let it not be as bad as the AMSTRAD one. Right, how do we start? I don't know what I did there. Now again, the background does make it quite difficult to actually see stuff, but at least the bullets do stick out, certainly more than the AMSTRAD one. And one thing that you'll notice with this one right away is it plays super smooth, and that's what you need. And it's nice and fast as well, so not quite sure what the relevance of a big pyramid is. Yeah, the bullets are still quite difficult to see. But I mean, all in all, this is quite a faithful version. The problem with these guys getting so big is they get to the end of the screen a lot quicker, and I'm gonna die. Ah, bollocks! I think you're trying to stop the cows getting abducted, something like that. I do remember playing this before getting to a level like this. But yeah, graphics are exceptionally well drawn in this one, I have to say. That was quick. Good stuff. Anyway, listen, that's a much better version than the AMSTRAD. That is the C64 one. Let's batter on. Right, okay, this is the ZX Spectrum one. Right, how do we start? Get power up. Right, you can right away. You can tell this is a Spectrum one. It's Green City. Now again, the problem that we've had with other versions is the background just makes it very difficult to see the bullets, and this one is possibly the worst. Now I know they could have made the bullets white or yellow, but then I suppose it would kind of detract from the sort of overall look of the game. You know, and then they could have done away with the backgrounds, but then it would be like playing the original Space Invaders. Christ, that was quick. He seemed to jump 3 or 4 levels at once. So I'm beginning to wonder, was it really worth it trying to port this game to 8 bits, because having the background graphics and then, you know, trying to see the bullets, it just makes it very difficult to play, and you shouldn't have to. shoot 'em up should be tough by their gameplay, not by the fact that you can hardly see the bullets. And even the Space Invaders themselves are quite difficult to see, especially when they're the fact that they're green and the backgrounds are green as well. I don't know why that falls down quite so quick. There he is, he's back. I mean, playability wise, it plays alright. It's just that god awful green colour making the bullets even very, very difficult to spot. It even makes seeing your ship as well quite difficult. Right, anyway, that's enough of that one. That is a Spectrum one. Right, okay, this is the Atari ST one. Yeah, a little bonus point for a nice little intro. Right, okay, this is us into the game for real. How do I start it? Some nice music. Right, we really don't want the history of Space Invaders if that's okay. Right, let's just go for the normal game, I think. Well, I've got to say, the presentation in this one is really, really nice. Right, and at last a version we can actually see the bullets clearly. And it plays alright. It does look pretty arcade-like. Hey. I think it plays a wee bit slower than the arcade one, but you know, it's better. Excuse me. Right, we'll try and clear this last screen if we can, and then we'll move on. There is a bit of slowdown, I don't know whether that's intentional. I think if anything, these actually hinder you, these bases. Now that basically stops the guys in their tracks, so what we want to try and do is kill as many as we can. Right, anyway, I think that's enough of that one. That is a ATART ST one, that's not bad at all. Right, this is actually the SEGA Master System. Didn't actually realise this got a release on any home console. Apparently it was also released on the Game Gear, but I think basically they're identical. I think the Game Gear is just a miniature Master System, so I'm not going to bother looking at that one specifically. Right, come on, how do we get past all this bollocks? At least with this one you've got instant loading. Right, 1 player game, 2 player game, normal, that's fine, we'll just kick off. Now again, this kind of uses the same screen layout as the AMSTRAD one, but I've got to say I'm super impressed with the graphics in this version. It's smooth and it plays really, really fast as well. Because it's kind of quite nippy, it just makes it that bit easier to play as well. Yeah, whereas other versions sort of slowed down, especially the ATART ST one when you had the big expanded sprites. This one still nips along at a fair old pace. Oh, leave him alone. Bugger off. That's one down, I think. I think I just killed a cow. Right, let's have one more level, I think. This is a really, really good version. Yeah, that's excellent. That is a Master System. Right, okay, this is the PC MS-DOS one. And I just had to sit through a massive intro, but we're here now. Right, okay. Oh, wow. This is rather nice. Yeah, looks the part. Looks and sounds the part. And again, it's nice and nippy, which is all important in a game like this. Ah, balls. Oh, it's going to be death, I think. Certain death. Ain't looking good. Right, anyway, that is the PC DOS version. Right, this is the very last version. This is the Commodore AMIGA one. And it's got exactly the same intro as the Atari ST one, I think. Can we skip this? It would appear not. Not to worry, we'll just need to sit through it again.
Space Invaders!
Super flavour. Right, advanced or normal. Why is it not letting me move the joystick? For some reason it wouldn't let me move that onto away from advanced. Anyway, not to worry, we'll just play it. Now, this is really nice. Balls of, I managed to hit it, but I think the power up fell just outside the playing area there. I'm guessing this is using the samples for the sound. And it's certain death. A bizarre game mechanic, inflating their, sort of basically blowing up bodies to sort of 3 times their size. Ow. Well, we're still in it. Yeah, I like the ATART ST one. It does seem to slow a wee bit. Not quite sure why, because it's not really doing anything particularly taxing. Right, we'll see if we can get to the end of this level, or game over, whichever comes first, and I think we'll do a little roundup. It's going to be game over, I think. Boom. Yeah, that's the Commodore AMIGA one. Not bad at all. Right, let's do a roundup. Right, okay, yeah, we've taken a look at a few versions there today. Let's start with the 8 bits. AMSTRAD 1, it kind of looks alright, but the biggest problem for me is, as I mentioned earlier on, it is almost impossible to see the bullets, and it is very, very, very slow. Don't really know why. It's not like it's a really taxing game. The C64 one, it probably looks the nicest. Well, in fact, it definitely looks the nicest out of all of the 8 bits. Again, the bullets are quite hard to distinguish. I mean, I'm playing this on a smaller screen, so possibly in the bigger screen it might not be quite so bad. But yeah, I mean, the graphics on the C64 one are nice. The sound's not bad. But again, just that problem with the bullets. Spectrum one, it's just all green. If anything, I think that's probably the hardest one to play any of the 8-bit ones, and I think I'd probably say that's the worst version that we looked at. Excuse me. The ATART ST one is almost arcade perfect, slightly slow, sounds not bad, it's not arcade perfect sound at all. The Master System is a really, really nice version, as you would expect. Instant loading, sounds good, graphics are good. The PC MS-DOS one is excellent. It looks and sounds almost identical to the arcade one. And then you've got the last one, the Commodore Amiga one. Again, like the PC DOS one, it looks amazing. It is almost arcade perfect, maybe some slightly less colours. But the one big thing for me with the Amiga one is it's got spot on sound. Now that firing sound and the sort of ominous thudding bass of the invaders as they kind of make their way down to Earth, that's an important part of playing Space Invaders. So I think the fact that the Amiga one is the only version that actually has that sound, it does obviously uses samples, it's going to get an extra bonus point. So let me think, in third place I'm probably going to go for the Sega Master System, really nice version. In second place, silver position, I think it's going to be the MS-DOS one, but for me, I think the best home version of this game has got to be the Commodore Amiga one. So yeah, anyway guys, that's another Arcade Perfect My Arse drawn to a close. If there's a game you want to see me feature, then please just put your comments down below, and as always, thank you very much for watching.